Yep, 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 yep. Yep. All right, all right, all right, all right, man. Let me see if I can I tried to do this earlier this morning. I tried to do this a little bit earlier this morning, man, and I guess I came on a little bit too early, man. There wasn't a lot of traffic in here, so I figured, man, I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. Mr. Shelton was good with you, man. I'm just testing my mobile setup, my mobile studio, not the one that y'all normally hear me from, but my mobile studio, man. So I'm trying to test, make sure the microphone is good, nice and crispy. Also got that call-in number that I want to test. I don't know. Uh I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if that number works and shit like that. And if it's something that's gonna be heard in the streams or anything like that. But that's the whole purpose of me doing this test and shit. I see you a condo. I see you in the building, man. Um, so far, man, y'all let me know, man, if the microphone, first of all, if the microphone sounds as good, if not better, than my regular studio, man. I need to at least know that. Cause I mean, I want to make sure that when I'm mobile and I'm traveling with this, that everything is good. Yeah, man. Look, I'm doing a quick test live, and we already got a Canelo comment in the chat. We already got a Canelo comment in the chat, and him trying to bash Conwell. You know, hey man, that's good for you, man. If that's how you feel, man. That's how you feel, man. You know, who am I? I don't know. You're not hurting my feelings by saying that. I may disagree with your take. It sound good, Mr. Shelton? Man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Let me ask this dude though, since he's so high on Canelo and all that, man, and he barely landed any punches yesterday, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are the same people that want to bash somebody like a Devin Haney, right? Y'all want to bash Devin Haney, and then Devin Haney landed more punches than Canelo did last night. Make that make sense. But y'all don't have that energy for Canelo Alvarez, right? Y'all don't have that same energy, right? Jose Ramirez had to go get checked out after the fight. I don't think William Skull did. You know what I mean? I don't understand why y'all can't understand what good boxing is, man. I for one cannot understand it. I know we had this situation yesterday where I was live, and I had a uh uh for lack of better words, I had a troll on the panel, right? I had a troll on the panel, man. Yeah, I've known him for years and all that other good stuff, but he's trolling, man. He's definitely trolling, man, because when I look at a fight like that, man, and since y'all bring me back to that, man, it's all about a style, it's all about a game plan and a style, man, that you have to incorporate, man, when you're going into these fights, man. You got to understand who your opponent is. You got to come in with a game plan for that opponent. You got to come in with a different game plan for another opponent, and so forth and so forth. Your game plan is never going to be identical to the last game plan. You're always going to see things that other fighters do that the other ones don't. You're always going to know that if you like for Ryan Garcia last night, the other night, man, Friday night, Rolly knew that he had to take away the left hook, so he took the left hook away from him and beat him. You know, uh, um, Devin Haney knew that Ramirez likes to throw that left hook over the jab. So what does he do? He doesn't jab. He doesn't jab. And everybody's, oh my God, why is he not jabbing? I'm like, man, are y'all that dumb? Are y'all that unknowledgeable about the sport of boxing to not realize that it was a smart move for him not to jab as much as you all wanted him to jab? That kept that left hook from Jose Ramirez in the pocket. Okay? I don't know why I have to explain this shit a billion times, right? That movement that Haney was doing was to freeze Jose Ramirez in order for him not to be able to sit on his punches and sit and be able to throw punches. This is all game planning, boxing 101. Yet y'all just don't want to understand that. Y'all want to bash him on that? Like, dude asked me yesterday, was you impressed with it? Yes, I was. I was, because he followed the game plan to the T. I was, because he didn't listen to the social media. Because social media, all they want to do is see him get beat up. All they want to do is see him take unnecessary chances and get hit. That's what entertains them. I don't know if my doorbell rang or not, but let me look at my damn camera. Let me look at my camera. No, oh, okay, cool. We cool. I think Devin Haney did break his ribs, man. My point is, man, that y'all gotta stop with the hate that you got in your heart for certain fighters, man. Not to be able to give them credit for what they did, man. What's going on, Joe Townsend? I'm not on the soundboard, man. This is my mobile setup, and I'm still trying to fine tune it and test it and shit like that, man. I actually pinned a calling number up there that I'm dying to test out just to see if it's gonna work or not. Uh I understand that everybody's busy and shit like that. So if you can't call, that's cool. But I'm gonna try to stay on long enough for somebody to test it so I know that the at least the phone line is gonna work, you know. Excuse me. And let me go ahead and clear something up about Rolando Romero, right? Now that I'm on here, now that I'm already talking and stuff like that, man. Um, I don't think the the point where Rolly Romero and me has always been that, and I've said this a bunch of times in the past. I remember having a phone call with KG about it too, and I was telling KG on the phone, and this was a long, long time ago, man. I said if the Rolly that's in the gym ever shows up in the ring, he's gonna be a problem. I remember telling him that. I said, if Rolando Romero goes in the ring and does everything he does in the gym, he's gonna be a problem. I said, for some reason, he's in that gym boxing and showing all kind of ring IQ and all kind of smartness, but when he goes into the ring, he doesn't bring it with him. I said, I don't know why, and I don't understand it, but that's the truth about Rolly Romero, which is why I didn't think he was gonna beat Ryan Garcia on Friday night. But to my happiness, I'm gonna say it like that, to my happiness, he came in there and brung what he does in the gym in the ring. And once he did that and started commencing to schooling Ryan Garcia, I was a happy man. I was definitely a happy man, man. So, hey, it's not about jumping on a Rolly bandwagon or anything like that. How you doing, Chocolate Thunder? Tay Tay Brown in the building. Mr. Shelton in the building. Joe Townsend in the building. A condo in the building, man. And of course, we had the troll in here too, man, which that's okay. They're all welcomed as well. I don't care. It doesn't bother me, man. Crush the legend, man. How you doing, bro? Hey, it's a test live. I'm trying to test the phone call in. I don't know if anybody is available to test the phone line for me, man. I didn't come on here to really talk a whole lot, but I have been talking a little bit just because I guess the situation presented itself that way. What's going on, Teach? What's up with you, man? I'm just trying to test the phone lines. I did pin the phone number in the comments. I pinned it up on the top, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but I'd like to test it at some point today, man, during this live and shit like that, man. But yeah, I was very happy with what Rolando Romero did. Facts Roadie showcase a fight where you get to see Ryan's performance without pads. That's the other part about it, man. That a lot of people, you know, should start realizing right now. The ones that were not with us before when we were crucifying Ryan Garcia, for using pets, if y'all weren't crucifying them back then when we were, well, how about crucifying them now that we know, that y'all know? We already knew, but now that y'all know for a fact, and you didn't even need to see the fight for that. You could just see the physique was different anyway going into this fight. You could see it. You could see it. You didn't see him having all that rage and all that shit in him too. Not only his physique, but his attitude, the way he was carrying himself. He didn't have that same roid rage attitude that he did back then when he was on it. But it also lets me know that that's the only way he can fight. That's what it lets me know, man. Okay, okay, okay. What's going on, man? Oh, yeah, man, it's working, man. I was dying to get this back on my system, man. Hey, man, KG, I'm glad that you're the one who called in. Do you recall? And it's cool if you don't remember, but I remember having this. Uh oh, it fell off. Oh, you still there? Okay. I don't know if you remember the phone call that we had. Do you remember me telling you on the phone that Rolando Romero can box, and every time I see him in the gym, I see him boxing, but when he comes to the ring, he doesn't show it. Do you recall that conversation? Yeah. Yeah. Well, bro, this is a fucking shit. This is some bullshit because they cannot hear you, bro. Yep, yep, yep. They cannot hear you. I was waiting on you to finish talking before I um okay, let's do this. No, if I change that, that won't work. If I change that, that won't work. I don't know, man. This is fucking bullshit. Well, I got something to work on then, huh? Definitely got something to work on, man. Talk again and see something, man. I changed something, but I don't know. Did y'all hear what he said now or no? And I know, Mr. Shelton, I know you tried to call in, but I was already on the phone line with KG and Well, somebody tried to call. What's going on, front line? Did y'all hear him that time or not? I know this thing got a little bit of a delay and shit like that. Damn, man, I wanted to cook a little bit on that. Mm-mm-mm. Cause I was like, I remember having that conversation with him, man, and I was like, I have no idea why he doesn't bring it in the ring. And then, lo and behold, he brung it out against Ryan, bro. And even though my pick was wrong, KG, I was so happy about being wrong about this one. You know, but yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, no, they can't hear you, man. They can't. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's all good. I tried. I tried to get this thing to work, man. Let me see. Let me see something. Ah, shit. Nah, it ain't working, man. I'll just have to figure something else out. All right. All right. Hey. All right, man. Well, that didn't work out, man. That didn't work out. Nah, because it's Google Voice condo. It was on the computer that I was doing it, man. I don't know for some reason, man. No, it wouldn't let me put it on speaker, man. Ah, man. But yeah, he remembers that conversation, man. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Jose Diaz? Nah. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Shit, I know my microphone should be connected, bro. Because if you can't hear me, yeah, okay, they can hear me, man. Well, that test failed miserably, man. That test failed miserably, man. KG, the only reason I was testing all of this is because this is my mobile studio. This ain't my normal studio that I'm normally at when I'm at home. This is the transportable one. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to go ahead and get it all nice and shit, get the microphone tweaked out nice, and was trying to add that call in to the show like I used to do way back in the day and shit like that. And for some reason, man, that's just not letting me do it, man. Act Reach was good with you, bro. You gonna have to send links. Ah, man, bro. You know what? Let me see something, man. Let me see if it does. Let me see if that link works there that way. Let me see. I don't know, man. That's crazy, man. But I like to know what the micro. I really do want to know. I'm dying to know if the microphone sounds good or not. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This is a $300 microphone, man. So if it don't sound good, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be highly upset, man. Highly upset, man. But back to Rolly, man. I was like, yeah, man, this dude could box, man. And I don't know why when he gets in the ring, it's like one of those people that you normally see in the gym that are always, you know, on fire in the gym. And then when they get in the ring, the lights turn on, they turn into something else. And that's what I was seeing at a Rolly until Friday night. Now, I really do believe that Ismael Salas, is a good trainer for him. On top of him being a good trainer, he's got him focused, man, right? And he's got him doing the right things. Um, but I think that the other thing that played a big part in it was with he was very familiar with Ryan. You know what I'm saying? And once you get familiar with somebody like that and the success he had with him in sparring and stuff, I think he carried that into the ring with him, man. LDBC business. What's up, man?
What's up, Connor? This Townsend. What's good with you?
What's good, bro? What's good, man?
Hey, just making sure everything is working properly. You dig? I won't leave you up here by yourself. You feel me?
Nah, no, for sure, man. I was kind of sad that the phone calls thing didn't want to work though, man.
Oh
man.
man.
To me and KG was cooking a little bit right there, man. But it was good cooking, but it just couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
no, I hear
I
you.
see back then, back when I had my old channel, way many years ago, I used to have the phone call, and I don't know if he was around for that or not. Uh, but I had actual what you call it, man. I had a Bluetooth my phone onto the soundboard to the Rodecaster Pro. That's how I was doing it.
Okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But like I couldn't do that no more when I bought the new Rodecaster because don't the headset that I use to listen to the guests, or like if I'm listening to you that you're up here with me, I wouldn't be able to hear you unless I had my headset on, and my headset
Right,
had to be connected through Bluetooth, and I can only connect one Bluetooth, so it
right,
left me
right,
without being able to connect the phone, and so that's why I
right,
hadn't did that shit and sold forever and shit like that.
right,
So I see everybody else using this Google Voice, so I'm like, let me go ahead and get Google Voice and try
right.
that. So I got the Google Voice, and nah, man, it failed, man. It failed. It just won't.
Hey, but hey, you don't know if it works not unless you try it. Hey,
Yeah, yeah,
you ain't really failed. You testing stuff out. You dig what I'm saying? So,
yeah. I had to try it, man. I had to try it, man. And that was the whole purpose of me getting live anyway, man. To go do this, you know what I'm saying?
already.
Test everything out, man. I'm really hoping that this overpriced mic sounds good. Goddamn shit.
No, it sounds good. At 300. Hey.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say no. You talking about me having money? Man, you spend $300 on microphones, cuz.
Hey, man, listen, bro, man. That. I ain't gonna tell you where that came from. No, I'm not gonna self-incriminate myself. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you. Hey, it came from a good place. I'll say that.
Yeah. Front line gonna ask. Jose didn't get his ribs broken. Okay. The front line says, "Are you watching your favorite man?" No, I'm not watching that bullshit tonight, man. I'm going to
Oh no,
bed, man. I'm not watching no nah, bro. Mm.
what you talking about?
See,
You talking about Monster?
the kitty cat, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. I don't. I ain't somebody who weighs 125 pounds ain't no monster to me. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
ain't care
yeah,
about
yeah,
none of that.
yeah, yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
believe all that.
Ricardo said, Joe, you got that snow money, man.
Hey, see. Hey, Connor, let me tell you about a condo real quick. Let me tell you the reason why he's Muslim. You know what I mean? So he was just out there with Turkey Al Sheik a couple of days ago. You dig what I'm saying? You see a condo, he'll pop up in spurts. 1 minute you see him, 1 minute you don't. A condo. I
Mm,
seen you out there with Turkey Al Sheik. You know what I mean? I seen you out there with the robe on and everything.
mm,
A condo is he's a Ramadonian. You dig what I'm saying? So
mm,
you know what I mean? He's one of them elite Muslims. You know what I mean? He gets a $10,000 allowance every quarter. You dig what I'm saying? So don't let a condo fool you. You know what I mean? So while you talking about
mm.
me, he gets 10 million every quarter. I know you. I know you know him, but I know him a little differently. So you know what I mean? He's an elite Ramadonian. You dig what I'm saying? So I just want to let you know. I don't want you to be in the dark, brother. That's all.
You don't want me to be the dog. You do realize he live right down the street, right?
Yeah, well, that's his front house. I'm just saying. He ain't show you the other. He ain't show you the other houses on the water, huh?
Hey,
Okay,
hey, he ain't had to, man. I showed him mine.
okay. Hey, oh, I heard about your house. Some trap door after trap door. I feel you. Hey, I heard. You go in your house, boy. You gonna be lost and stuck. I feel you.
Oh man. Oh man. Frontline said not as bad as Mac those Mac of the South. Salute to you, man. Frontline said not as bad as holding hands with Bud. Oh man, did you see that shit, bro?
They were. Oh, hey, bro. Hey, for $40 million, you gonna hold somebody's hand too. I'm just saying.
I guess, man. I was like, oh man.
$40 million, y'all gonna hold hands too. Y'all be dapping up with y'all be
Yeah.
dapping up with folks who be double crossing you and everything. That man gonna give you $40 million. You better hold his hand and walk with him. You know how you do, old folks. You gotta hold their hand and walk with them.
Yeah, yeah,
Turkey
yeah,
out, she
yeah,
go old,
yeah.
man.
Mm. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where did it go? I lost the channel. There it go. There it go. Y'all trying to figure out why the hell? Okay, customize. Let's
But
customize it.
y'all forget, bro, Crawford just got done leaving Bob Arum, who was calling him racial slurs and want to have him fight Manny Pacquiao, only give him $3 million per fight. Now you going to somebody who's giving him $40 million and all he's saying is shake his hand. Come on now. Y'all better walk with
Mm.
that man.
Man, what you think about Bud and Canelo facing off though, man? You see it?
Hey, if anybody could beat Canelo right now, I say it's Bud. Canelo looked real old last night in that ring. He
Mm.
looked real old in that ring. His movement ain't there. You know what I mean? Even though Canelo's a young guy, he's been 60 plus fights. You know, so he obviously had knee injuries and whatnot, so his lateral movement's not there. Bud is the type of fighter right now who could box him. He's still gonna have power moving up. Bud's a cerebral guy. I'm not gonna count Bud out for nothing. A lot of guys fight Canelo and they just happy to be there. I don't think Bud is that kind of way. He ain't built like that. I think it's gonna be a great fight. If anybody could beat Bud, I mean, if anybody could beat Canelo, I say it's gonna be Bud.
You know something, man? What is it, man? Oh, this Mexican boxing number one dude, man. Y'all, hopefully y'all took care of him already, man. I ain't got time to listen to no trolls and shit like that. But I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I think he gonna hurt Canelo, bro.
Hey,
I think he gonna hurt Canelo, man.
Canelo looked old last night, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He looked very. I see him sitting on that stool. I seen an old man, bro.
I'm like,
I,
man. I said, I think Bud gonna hurt this man, bro. Like,
hey, hey,
look, man, that cornbread motherfucker from Nebraska, bro. They fed a
hey,
little different. You know what I'm saying?
hey, hey, bro. Hey, you need somebody who's highly. See, Bud Crawford, he's that quiet, unstable guy. He's very
Yeah.
quiet. He ain't gonna say too much, but he is highly unstable. You know what I mean? And no, we have never seen Bud out of shape. We've never seen Bud miss weight on scale. You know what I mean? And Bud has the mindset and the discipline to where he can gain the amount of weight that he needs and also keep his speed and power. So if anybody can do it, Bud can do it. Charlo definitely ain't do it. Skull ain't do nothing last night. You know what I mean? Everybody that go fight Canelo, they just happy to be in there and want to hug him and be like what's his name, Caleb Plant, be all in the ring. Hey, I'm pretty good, right? Hey, I'm pretty good, right?
Mm,
Bud ain't gonna do
mm.
that. Bud's gonna have the mindset to, all right, I'm coming here to knock you out. I ain't coming here to be your friend. You know what I mean? So the
Yeah,
mindset is gonna be the biggest thing. So,
yeah, I agree, man. I agree, man. I mean, shit, I just man, Bud, man. Hey, look, I'm never doubting Bud, bro. I'm not gonna doubt Bud,
me,
man. I doubted him
me either.
once. I doubted him once, and I shouldn't have. I was like, nah.
And one thing I gotta say, I feel like Bo Mack is a better trainer than Eddie Reynoso. You know what I
Oh
mean? So one thing about Bo Mack, he may look like whatever, but that man can study. A man know boxing and he study film. He know what he doing. You dig
man,
what I'm saying?
let me say something, bro, man. Now that you brought that up, man, and this is the reason why I tell folks, man, that you can't tell somebody like I've been in the ring, Joe, but even if I wasn't right, let's just
Mhm.
you know, a lot of great trainers were not great boxers.
Fact,
You know what I'm saying? Just because you can't do something doesn't mean you can't teach it.
fact.
I give you dude. I used to work at this is a long time ago, right? Back when in my younger days, man. I used to work at this golf course, right? I just ride around in the car and shit, make sure nobody was breaking the rules and shit. And the guy that worked in the clubhouse, he could teach people how to golf. He could teach people how to swing. He could teach
Mhm.
people how to putt, all that other shit. But he can't go out there and
Mhm.
play no good great game. But he could teach it.
Yeah,
You know, even though he knew the fundamentals, he couldn't execute them.
right,
So it goes to show like Bomac might have not been a great fighter, but he knows how to show the fundamentals. He knows how to get you
right,
prepared for a fight. He might not be
right.
able to execute it, but he can get them to execute it, man. And this is why I don't, and like these people said, oh man, these folks that on YouTube talking about boxing, man, they ain't never been in the ring. Bro, that don't matter.
No,
That don't matter. Are you saying that about the Stephen A. Smiths of the world and all that shit on these major platforms? Which, by the
I've
way,
seen.
coincidentally, they're coming to YouTube now too to do their shit. Ain't that something?
Hey, well, I've seen Stephen A. Smith on the mitts. Hey.
And that's all I'm saying, bro. That's
You
my
know what I mean?
point.
Hey, even like the Chad Ocho Singles of the world, he gave his critique of the Ryan Garcia fight. And he's even did an exhibition fight. He said he boxes and spars people. I was highly upset of his critique of the Ryan Garcia fight. You dig what I'm saying? So some folks you just can't listen to. But to your point, Kondo, perfect example is like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is the best basketball player that ever lived, but he was the one of the worst general managers. He just could not assess talent. You dig what I'm saying? So but when it comes to this boxing, Bo Mac know what he's talking about. Bo Mac know what he's doing. So
Mm.
but hey, he can look like whatever, but that man can coach.
I don't think you're gonna get a Bud Crawford in there that's not gonna move. I don't know why anybody would think that Bud is just gonna sit there to get hit. I don't think that's gonna be the game plan going in there. I think he is gonna incorporate some of his boxing because y'all got to remember, man, he used to box earlier in his days and shit. When he got to 147 is when he started doing all that rah rah shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But moving up in there and fight with Canelo, I think he go. See, I think that's the plan, bro. He got Canelo thinking that this man gonna be coming in there with that rah rah shit, and he ain't gonna come in there with that rah rah shit. He gonna be mid range to outside and start picking Canelo apart. You got to remember that Bud Crawford is a taller fighter. He's got the longer reach. He can fight from mid range and outside, and still Canelo won't hit him. You understand what I'm saying? He doesn't have
Hey,
to, really engage with Canelo, he doesn't have to engage like that. I'm not saying he's gonna do a William Skull or nothing like that, but you get what I'm saying.
hey, Connell, after that, I'm watching Canelo's career. Canelo has a hard time cutting the ring off. When he's with an athletic fighter, somebody who can move around, who has good lateral quickness, he has a hard time cutting the ring off. He had a hard time with Floyd. He had a hard time with Lara, and you see, he definitely had a hard time last night. Now I know Bud's gonna engage a little bit, but Bud can move around. We can't forget Canelo has knee issues. That's why he wears a knee sleeve when he trains. You get him moving around, you see how old he looked last night. That's gonna be the game. That has to be part of the game plan. There's no way Bud gonna sit there and trade with Canelo. Canelo definitely gonna be bigger and stronger, but Bud is the more athletic fighter.
Yeah,
That has
Terrence
to be the game
Crawford,
plan.
yeah, he's got a lot more skills than what people are giving him credit for, man. And I just want to ask the masses a question, man. If you can't cut the ring off, who do you blame? You gotta blame
Hey,
yourself.
yeah, that's a part of boxing.
I'm like this. If you're a professional boxer, man, this what blows my mind, Joe. You're a
Hmm.
professional boxer and you don't work on cutting ring off at all, ever in the gym? Is this not part of your training?
Hey,
If you can't cut the ring off, don't be mad at the other fighter.
hey, Connell. So this perfect example. That's like playing. That's like you playing basketball. You can dribble and you. That's like perfect example. Luka Doncic. Luka can score all them points, but he can't slide his feet to play defense for nothing. Ain't that a part of basketball?
It's a part of basketball.
Ain't it? You got to sit in the chair and slide your feet.
I'm
They
just
have
baffled, man.
they have drills for that. Plenty of drills.
They're like, well, William Skull was running. William Skull was running. Well, why did this so-called king of boxing that y'all got him crowned? Why, if he a king of boxing, he can't cut the ring off? He ain't figured that out in 60 some odd fights? Then he ain't an
Hey, Connell.
all-time great.
Hey, Connell. You live in Florida. Don't they be out there trying to catch the rabbit?
Yeah, they
Ain't
be
you got?
trying to.
Ain't you got a corner that? Ain't you got a corner the rabbit? Canelo from Mexico, don't they be catching chickens? You got to get the chicken in the
Mm.
corner and corner it. You better
Hey, that
corner the chicken then.
ain't that why Roy Jones be having them chickens over there in this training?
Hey, bro. Hey,
Front
but
line
hey,
say
but
no.
again, Canelo has knee issues. We can't keep forgetting that.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, man. Front line, I didn't watch the fight either. I heard the same thing. There was mixed emotion, mixed feelings on that. Some people said Skull won. Some people said Canelo won. I didn't watch it, so I
Hmm.
don't have an opinion on it. But what I did hear was that they were saying, "Well, Skull was running. Skull was running." Well, why?
Nah,
Why does this all time supposedly all time great don't know how to cut a ring off? 60 some odd fights and he ain't never worked on cutting the ring off. What?
I ain't watched the fight until like the ninth round. And from what I saw, running is when you see the back of somebody's foot. When you literally can see their back and the bottom of their shoe. Skull was doing what Devin was doing, sliding to the left, sliding to the right, and Canelo couldn't touch him.
Oh, well, then that's on
That's pretty much
Canelo.
what he did. Yeah,
That's on Canelo. Shit.
yeah, yeah. Slide to the left, slide to the right, stand still, freeze him, then slide over to this way. Canelo swing, Skull put his hands in the air and he'll miss, and then he'll reset, slide over a little more. That's all that was.
Damn, that's
And
crazy, man.
and
Eric Jordan,
Canelo
salute.
looked and he looked old in there, real old.
Yeah. Hey, look. So I can't wait to September. That's when the fight's supposed to be. September. I can't wait to see that fight, bro.
You know, it's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
go.
out. You pulling up?
I'm putting my money on Bud. No, where's the fight gonna be at in Las Vegas?
Yeah, it's gonna be in Raider Stadium, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I ain't going. I don't go to the West Coast, bro. I'm going to the West Coast, man. Dude.
Get on that Greyhound, cousin. Come
Hey,
on now.
hey, hey, and I got peoples over there. Don't get it twisted. Now I got people over there in Oakland and
Oh,
all that.
hey, I know you connected like Tetris, Kano. I know. I ain't nobody doubting that, brother. Ain't nobody
Yeah,
doubting that.
but that travel, man. I'm like, oof, oof, oof. See, because I'm a driver. I got to drive. I don't fly nowhere.
I know. That's why I said take the Greyhound.
Man, I take the Greyhound. I'll never get there.
Or take the train. Take the train or something.
Skull was dude will never get another payday. Well, this is the thing with it though, right? This is my whole thing, right? And I'm gonna say this, man, respectfully, right? I don't think people like Skull give a damn if he gets another chance. I really don't. They cashed that check, they got that big
Right.
payday. They're set. They're set. Their mission was accomplished. Some of these fighters actually get in
Yeah.
there. Well, most of them get in there, if not all of them, so they can have a great life and provide for their family. If he's accomplished that already, he's not worried about no nobody saying that he's a runner or that he's never going to get another payday. I don't think they're
hey,
thinking that, you know.
hey, when he, hey, Connor, where's he from? Where's Skull from?
Cuba.
Hey, Connor, you think Skull gonna care when he's getting his house built from scratch off that one fight from
Oh,
Canelo?
bro.
Getting 6, 7 bedrooms, three. Think he gonna care about them talking about he
Nah,
running?
not at all.
Get a pool in the back, over looking at everything. Come on, man.
And that is my point. That's why,
Come
and that brings me back to Devin. This is why I want Devin to keep doing what he's doing. Just keep winning. You don't need to worry about what people think of
Yeah,
it. You know, if you're
yeah.
getting the W, right? You're getting the W, you keep getting your paydays. Why would you ruin that?
Hmm.
To appease who? You know, when he tried to go bang him out with a Linares and he got clipped a little bit, all they talked about was that one punch that Linares landed. They didn't talk about the other 11 rounds that Devin watched him, right?
Hey,
I
hey.
mean, am I right? Stop me if I'm lying.
No. You're right. Devin watched him throughout the whole fight. The only thing they keep talking about was that he got wobbled. Hell, if you don't get wobbled, you're not really boxing. It's gonna happen. Everybody who's ever boxed have gotten wobbled. Shakur, Tank, Ramirez got wobbled by Devin. Everybody, To got wobbled by old boy. Everybody gets wobbled. It's part of boxing.
William Skull got 8 million last night. Oh yeah, he good. He good. He good. He good. He got 8 million. Oh yeah, he good. He good. And you know he was getting paid before then because he was the champion. He had the title. So let's not act like the 8 million is the only thing that's in his bank account. He probably got a good 10 to 12 in there. You feel me? You know? So I don't know, man. Well, if he lives in Germany, that's even better, man. That money will go further over there anyway, man. You know? Whatever, man. The case may be, man. But this one, what I'm saying is, man, you can't worry about what the fans think, man. You know, you don't want to shit on the fans either because the fans, you know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that are buying your fights and watching your fights. You know, you don't want to shit on them, but you got to block them out,
Right.
is what I'm saying. You got to block them out, man. You know, you can't do like Shakur did that one thing. And Shakur's my favorite fighter, but when he said fuck the fans, that wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? You don't say that.
Right.
You don't say that,
Right.
man. But then they say I'm being biased, but how am I biased when Shakur is my favorite fighter? I'm just calling the Devin fight for what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I'm not gonna sit here and I can't hate like that, bro. Like, bro, just because I'm a Shakur fan, don't mean I gotta shit on the rest of the people that was around his division. Doesn't work like that for me, man. You know what I'm saying? When I see that he is being unjustly slandered on the internet, man, and on social media, from all the way back from when Ryan tested positive, all the way up till last, the last couple of nights after his fight. Come on, bro. Y'all are wrong for that. Y'all are wrong for that, man. You're never gonna please everybody anyway, is my point.
No,
So since
no.
you know you're not gonna please anybody, you got to do what works for you. And boxing works for him. Simple as that,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That's like telling somebody who's a that's like telling Steph Curry he need to start dunking more.
Right, right.
Steph Curry's not a dunker. Steph Curry has many dunking bloopers. You know what I mean? He's a 3-point specialist. That's what he does. Stick to what he do. That's like Steph Curry going up there trying to do a windmill dunk now, knowing that's not what he do. You know what I
What's
mean? Like
going
when it comes
on?
to you know what I mean? Like when it comes to Devin, I mean, they say his last fight was boring. Okay, cool. When he fought Ryan, that wasn't boring, and y'all clowned him for it. When he fought Lomachenko, he wasn't boring, and y'all still clowned him for it, saying that he got touched by Loma, even Loma went to he went to the hospital with broken ribs. But y'all won't speak on that. When Devin fought my man, he fought in the Bay Area. Regis, when he fought Regis, he dropped Regis.
Yep, yep.
When he fought Regis, that wasn't a boring fight. After that, everybody was scared of Devin, saying that he's too big and his power, has gotten stronger when he moved to 140. When he fought what's his name, Cambosa the first time, he beat him with just a jab. Then the second fight, he mixed it up and smashed him. Everybody that Devin fought, their face got marked up. But nobody want to speak on that part though. You know what I mean? So Devin needs to just keep being Devin because no matter what they do, they're not gonna be happy. The same reason they praise Tank Davis is the same reason why they hated Deontay Wilder. So it really don't matter if you're a boxer, whether you're trying to please the fans or not. They said that Wilder was a one trick pony and they said he couldn't box. Tank Davis is the same way. If Tank Davis don't knock you out, he ain't gonna win the fight. Nobody don't say nothing but say that he has power and I like his tattoos. So hey, you can't please the fans. You just do what's best for your career. 'Cause at the end of the day, when you're retired and you got all your faculties, that's all that matters. Because a lot of these old fighters who gave the fight, who gave the fans what they wanted, none of these fans are contributing to their foundations. They're not helping them out. They're not putting money in their pocket. A lot of these old fighters have slurred speeches and they barely getting around and nobody cares.
I bet you
But
said a whole lot right there because they really don't care, man.
yeah,
They really don't care. These fighters, man, are like damn disabled and shit, man. I know a few of them in Puerto Rico that are like that. Don't nobody look at them. Don't nobody look after them.
no, yeah,
Nobody. You know what I'm saying? And that's my point, man. You know what I'm saying? And listen, everybody has a different form of entertainment, man. Like boxing sparring likes that. He likes that rah rah shit. That's fine.
yeah,
You
it's
know,
cool.
that's cool, but I like a little bit of everything. I look at everything, you know what I'm saying? And I like a good boxing clinic.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that, man. I wasn't I wasn't saying Shakur was born back then. So if I wasn't saying he was born back then, how can I then turn around and say Devin was born? I can't do that. That's
Yeah,
not being consistent.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just me, man.
For
That's
sure.
just me. I
If
enjoy it, because I'm looking at all the little nuances. I'm looking at it
yeah,
as a trainer, like if I was working I'm looking at things from a trainer's perspective or a quarterman's perspective.
yeah.
I can't
I
look at
mean,
it as
like
a fan.
I hear you, bro. I mean, like I'm a boxing fan. Like I love all styles of boxing. Like my dad used to spar with Muhammad Ali back in the day. You know what I mean? So I have a great uncle who sparred Jack Johnson back in the day, back in the 20s and 30s. So I've loved boxing my whole life. Boxing runs in my blood. I love all styles of boxing. I love Devin Haney the way he boxes. I love Wilder the way he boxes. I like Lomachenko how he moves his feet and switches around. I love Earl Spence how his pressure fighting is, how he's in your face banging it out. You know what I mean? I even like Pitbull Cruz how he straight come forward. Pitbull Cruz is who he is. I'm not gonna say, man, Pitbull, you need to box a little more. Stop swinging. I like his style. I like all their styles. That's make them who they are. That's who they are as a fighter, and you have to respect their styles and just celebrate them. But you trying to make somebody who they not, then you end up with, you getting criticized and critiqued and saying you ain't got no chin. So
But you know the thing about it is, man. See, this is another one, right? This is another one. I'm gonna mention another name, Jerron Boots Ennis, right?
hmm
He can outbox anybody he wants. He don't
yeah,
he can swim without getting wet, right? But the
yeah,
moment since he doesn't do that, right, and he goes in there to entertain the fans, what is the number one thing people say? Oh, he get hit too much. He get hit too
hey,
much. He fight this such and such and such and such. Yeah, he gonna yeah. I'm worried about that. He get hit too much. Not realizing that depending on the opponent, this man can flip a switch and not get touched.
yeah.
Do you know what
And
I'm saying?
every fighter, you can't fight each fight the same. Every fighter is different. One fight, you may have to step to somebody. The next fight, you may have to move around. The next fight, you may have to say, okay, the jab is coming. Let me just give you the hook like David Haney did. Each fight's
Right,
gonna be
right.
different. Every fight's not gonna be the same. But if you're not a real boxing fan, you're not gonna understand that. If you're gonna write love letters about how you love somebody's tattoos and their braids, you ain't gonna care about the real sweet science of boxing. And this is the difference between real boxing fans and casual.
Boxing and sparring says I was at the Santillan versus Norman fight, even though Santillan from San Diego. Norman came to fight and nobody booed Norman. It was a phenomenal performance he displayed against a brawler. I heard people were booing him because their fighter didn't win. That's what I heard from Brian Norman Sr. and a bunch of other people, man, that were
Yeah,
booing and throwing things at Brian Norman and stuff like that. And I get what you're saying, that it was a great fight and he came to fight. But actually, man, honestly, Brian had to come to fight and step to this dude because he was going against the world really into that fight. He was the underdog. He wasn't the favorite. He wasn't the hometown hero. You know what I'm saying? So he knew deep inside he had to step to this man.
yeah,
So he was willing to do that, and it worked out for him. But
yeah.
I guarantee you, if they fought on different circumstances, right? Let's say they moved that fight on a rematch, man, to Atlanta, where Brian Norman's from. Brian probably boxes him a little bit more and doesn't get hit as much.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? Because he's like, okay, man, I'm fighting him over here now. I can actually settle now, man. And I don't have to step to him as crazy as I did because guess what? I know I ain't gonna get robbed over here. Are you feeling what I'm saying? You think these fighters don't
hmm
think like that? They do.
Yeah,
They think like that. They're gonna think like that, man. You're always gonna feel more comfortable about the situation if you're fighting at home. You know what I'm saying? You're fighting away,
that's true.
man. I mean, shit. Oshaki Foster, when he won that title in Mexico, boy, he had to step. You feel me?
hmm
He had to step. But you watch any
hmm
other some of his other fights, and he'll swim without getting wet. Yeah, y'all paying attention to what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Every fight's gonna be different.
Yeah. And then with fighters, there's also something called the evolution of a fighter. Every fighter, if they work on their craft diligently, they're going to evolve. Canelo, after he fought Mayweather, you seen Canelo start to become very slick, great head movement, great footwork. He picked that up after he fought Floyd. So, and he's been working on that. I've seen videos of him working on that. Obviously, now he's a little older, but after he fought Floyd, his head movement dramatically improved. So that's just the evolution of a fighter. Sometimes a fighter has to go in there and look a certain kind of way for him to learn. That just go with anything.
Mhm.
So, but again, to see some of these fights, like they may not look good, or they may not be to the eye of how somebody wants to see them fight in the ring. But best believe their sparring is on point. You don't look flawless in the ring unless you go through some real hard sparring.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But hey, nobody wants to speak on that either. So.
They had to change the name of this goddamn video, man. Cause we I had to change it, bro. Yeah, I changed it from a quickie test slide to a chop liver. You know what I'm saying? I had to switch it up because I'm like, okay, we did a little bit more than what I thought I was gonna do, man.
already,
You
already.
know, but my point is, man, that I'm proud of Devin Haney, man. And when I had Norbs on yesterday, and he asked me, was I entertained? I said yes. Was I yes, I was very entertained. Yes. Yes. Like I don't see and see he's a Canelo lover, but I didn't see him criticize Canelo for his performance
No,
last night.
of course not. Nobody is. And Canelo threw less punches than Devin Haney.
You correct. And I saw him go live this morning and I was waiting on it. I was gonna see. Let me see if he gonna say something about Canelo. But he did not. He did
You
not.
ain't gonna hear nothing. You ain't gonna hear nothing. You ain't gonna hear nothing.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Even though I've known him for years, from the rap battle, rappage, all that shit, man. I can't respect his takes on boxing, man, because he's not being consistent. That just is
There,
what it is, man. I can't respect it.
we all have our favorite fighters. We all have biases of certain guys, But at the end of the day, you know, my character will be like, all right, look, Devin can have I ain't like the way Devin fought when he fought Garcia. I'm not gonna say, oh, Devin didn't do nothing wrong. He just got cheated. Man. If it wasn't for Ryan cheating, Devin would have. Devin fought the wrong fight. That's being an honest assessment, regardless if you
Joe,
like the person or not.
he fought a fight to try to please who?
Yeah, the
The
fans.
fans.
Yeah,
That's my point. That was my whole point before.
yeah. The same way. But then when he fought Lomachenko, nobody thought Devin was going to step to Lomachenko because nobody ever stepped to Loma, and he stepped to Loma and he beat him.
Right, right.
But then everybody say, "Oh, Loma won," and then everybody watched the fight for 2 or 3 times. Oh, okay, yeah, Devin won. Okay, but all they show is
Mhm.
Devin getting hit and his hair so called flying in the air, but they don't show Lomachenko crying and getting sent to the hospital with broken ribs. You know, hey.
They was making all kind of memes of Devin Haney. Where's the memes at for Ryan Garcia right now? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I see TD Sports Talk in the building, Skywalker Boxing Media in the building, Jeff Spark in the building, man. Angel Diaz in the building, Eric Jordan in the building. I know I probably missed some people, man. Boxer Sparring in the building, man. Eric Jordan, yeah, that I mentioned y'all, yeah, man. But that's my point, man. And see, you saying that is exactly proving my point. You need to stop that. He and which he did. Stop trying to please the fans. Go in
Yeah.
there and do the job that you know you need to do to get the win, man. You're not gonna
Hey.
go in real life and go do a job. Let's say tree cutters and shit. You're not gonna go in there and cut
Hmm.
the tree the wrong way and let it fall on a house just because you want to, please somebody
Yeah.
on your speed. No, take your time cutting that tree to make sure it falls the right way.
Hmm.
You know, it's gonna take you twice as long. So what? You getting the job done correctly, and that's all Devin did. He got the job done
Yeah. A win,
correctly.
a win is a win. It's a on his box record it says a win. It ain't say win by boring, win by lackluster. On the box record it says a win. There you go.
That's it. That's it. That's it, man. Man, at the
And,
end of the day,
and,
that's
and
it.
and to your point, Kono, I just remember this at the time when Floyd was fighting Canelo. I was dating this Mexican lady. So I went to her family's house to watch the Canelo Mayweather fight. I was the only brother there, the
Yeah,
only
that's a
one.
hey. That's the first. Hey. Before you finish, that story, that was your first mistake. Okay.
Yo, so I went in there. Oh, and you know what I heard when they were fighting? Oh, he running like a chicken. He's running. Da, da, da. I'm looking at my girl. She talk. I'm like, wait a minute. He running like a chicken. He's running. Everybody. I'm sitting here like, oh man, this ain't a bad look. This ain't a good look right here. But hey, they said the
Mm.
same thing when Floyd fought Canelo, and guess what? Floyd got the win. So it is what it is.
I don't even know how they could say he was running in that fight. He was stepping to Canelo like a motherfucker, bro.
Hey, hey, that's what they were saying, bro.
I see. That's see that you know what that is, man. They want him to rock him, sock him, bro. But he was stepping to Canelo. He was
Yeah.
actually. I don't get it,
Hmm.
bro. I was
Hey,
like,
bro.
wow, these.
People see what they want to see, homie. That's all.
Yeah. 'Cause I mean, I've watched that fight a bunch of times. I'm like, bro, he's stepping to him most of the fight.
Hey,
He backed Canelo up several times. I'm like, okay, I don't get it. Where's the running at? I don't understand that, bro.
hey. Hey, when
If he
that
was
when
running
that
so much, how was he getting them 3, 4, 5 punch combinations off? Plop, 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 plop.
man and Canelo was swinging and hitting them but air against Floyd, same way he did against Cole, hitting them but air.
Yeah, I didn't watch the fight, but I'm not gonna watch it. I didn't watch it. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
no,
watch it.
you ain't
How
you
about
ain't
that?
missing nothing, homie. You ain't
You
missing nothing,
know,
homie.
and I
You ain't
tell you,
missing
man,
nothing.
I was backstage with Shawa and Act Wayne and D Man Jr. I said, bro, after the Badu Jack fight, I said, okay, that's it. I'm going to bed. I'm done. Bro, I refuse to watch that dude fight, bro. I'm gonna
I hear
watch
you, bro.
September. The only reason I'm watching September is because he's fighting Bud Crawford.
Already, already.
The only other way I would have watched it had he fought Benavidez, I would have watched that too.
Mm. Yeah, that
But
fight.
since he
That,
didn't,
hey, that fight ain't gonna happen. That's another fight that's not gonna
no,
happen.
no, it's never gonna happen. But I mean, that's the only other way I would have watched him before.
Oh yeah, for
You see
sure.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
And now he's fighting Bud. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna tune in. Like I don't
You,
watch Canelo fights, man. If he's fighting nobody that we asked for, I'm not watching it.
no, I feel you. I mean, I got some of my Mexican homies. They stomp down Canelo fans. They'll go to every Canelo fight, whether it's in Vegas, New York. They'll go, even though they're stomp down Canelo riders. They love Canelo. They even say, "Hey, man, this fight's some bull crap. I don't know why he fighting him, but I'm still gonna go." You dig what I'm saying? So it's.
Well, at that point, you can't blame them, because like if
Yeah,
they're like associated with him and been with him since day one. I understand that.
yeah, yeah,
I'm not like, I'm not irrational. I get it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for sure.
I
Yeah, for sure.
I got fighters that I've been rocking with since day one, and I'm gonna always rock
Hmm.
with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm gonna give them their fair criticism
yeah,
though along the way, but I'm always gonna support them. You know what I mean? Even if
yeah.
they're
I'm
not
going.
fighting the fights, but I'm like, hey, okay,
The guy that Wilder's fighting. I'm gonna tune into that fight too.
yeah,
You
me
know what I
too,
mean?
me
So,
too, me too, me too. That's like my boy Conwell, man. He took a L, man, but it wasn't like a horrible, and it wasn't like he got
hey,
knocked out or fucked up or nothing like that. I'm like, bro, he'll be back. He'll be all right.
hey,
You know what I'm saying? But that's my boy. That's my homie, man. Like, I'm always going to back him, man.
and
And you shouldn't expect me not to back him. Like,
for
who in the
sure. Yeah,
world,
you
who in their right mind going to say I'm
sure.
not going to, I'm going to support him?
You got that's you got to ride with your homie, win or lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes well, even then, forget boxing in real life. Hey, Connor, you my dog. If you having a bad day, I ain't gonna stay away from you. I'm gonna say, hey man, you good? You need some? Okay, that's what's up. And when you having a great day, hey man, you good? You need some? All right, cool. That's just being a real homie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So that's just being
Yeah.
a real friend. And again, like I said earlier in boxing and sports in general, you're gonna have bad days. And those days that you have, those are days that you need to learn from. Rolly Romero just knocked out Ryan Garcia and he lost 2 fights. He has like 2 or 3 losses on his record. Nobody bringing up those 2 losses. They just care that he didn't beat Ryan Garcia on the biggest stage of boxing. He learned
Yep.
from his mistakes. Got a new coach, was with him for 3 fights, and he improved. We saw the best Rolly we've ever seen. That's from him taking L's and making adjustments. That's a part of life.
Yeah. Yeah. And just so y'all know, Kevin Newman's one of my homies. You know what I'm saying? Charles Conwell, another one of my homies,
Hmm.
Omar Rosario, Brian
Hmm.
Polaco, Nestor Bravo, all these
Hmm.
people, man, that I really rock with in real life. And see, that's the part they don't understand. I rock with these people in real life.
For
This
sure.
ain't have this has nothing to do with like, bro, we got a good relationship outside of boxing. This ain't even about
Hmm.
boxing after that. You know what I'm saying? We got a good
Right.
relationship outside of boxing. We've been to
Yeah.
places together. We've been to restaurants
Right.
together. We've been to, you know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, we're not just
Right.
boxing. Boxing is like
Right.
secondary, and it's something that
Right.
I support them in because they're in the
Right.
sport.
Right.
But
For sure.
I mean, fake will be not supporting somebody like that and turning your back on them. That's not a real.
For
That's not a
sure.
real. That's not a real friend right there.
But
You know,
yeah, yeah, bro. We live in a weird society, bro. Everybody want to ride waves. That's all it is, bro.
man, I can't be like that, bro. Because I'm like, bro,
Hey.
these people are my, they my motherfuckers. In real life. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
These
Hmm.
my folks, bro. Like, bro, we,
Yeah.
you know, like we don't even talk boxing in real life. We don't even, we're not even
For
talking about it.
sure. Oh yeah,
You
for sure.
understand? And that's the
Yeah.
part that
No.
they don't see. We're not even talking about boxing
Yeah.
then.
bro, I still got some homies who play in the NFL, or or some agents. I even know some partners, who work on the ESPN, and people see them on TV. When I kick it with them, we don't talk sports. We talk about real life stuff. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. That's just what I mean. It's just when you're cool with somebody and that's really your homie. That's your homie on every level, not just on a not just on the surface level. Every, life is bigger than boxing. It's bigger than everything else. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, like Mr. Shelton said, you can call them up and talk about things other than boxing. Factual
yeah,
facts, man. That's like
yeah,
that's the problem, man. When I talk to him, I talk about his business, you know what I'm saying? Because he
yeah,
put up this little business where he says there's some motorsports business where he sells the slingshots, the dirt bikes,
yeah.
that type of shit, like the motorsport shit,
Yeah,
which
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm not into all of that stuff, although I wouldn't mind getting a slingshot, I ain't gonna lie, but you know what I'm saying?
I
But
thought about getting one too. I might be too big for one, but I thought about getting one.
yeah. So, he's also, has this degree as a lawyer that a lot of people don't know this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? They got other things going on in life other than
Yeah,
boxing. And
yeah,
that's
for
the kind
sure.
of stuff that we talk about, man. What do you think about Munguia versus
Yeah.
Berlanga now after Jaime got the dub last night? I think it's a great fight, man. I'm with it. Uh uh
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm with it, man. Like, I don't understand, man. Like, listen, man.
Mexico versus Puerto Rico is always going to be a big fight. It's always going to sell regardless. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say this, man, because I think I'm not even mad at Berlanga, man, like a lot of people are. I'm not even mad at him, bro. You got to sell yourself at the end of the day, man. If you don't talk, if he wouldn't have talked the way he talked, he would have never got that payday with Canelo. You know
Definitely
what I'm
not.
saying? What's going on, Trill Will? So, I understand if you talk to anybody, right? Anybody that knows Berlanga personally, I challenge you, talk to anybody that knows Berlanga personally in real life. They're going to tell you he's a good kid.
Yeah,
They're not going to tell you that is this dude that you're seeing on TV. They're not.
yeah.
You know, I don't know him personally. Okay, I don't know him personally. I don't. But everybody I've talked to is telling me, yo, man, he's a real cool kid. He's not even like that or any of that shit. He'll do that. He get
Hmm.
on camera and shit. He's trying to sell himself, promote himself,
Yeah,
make this money. Which there's nothing wrong with that shit, right? He did make
yeah,
it. He made it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
love him or hate him, he made it. You know what I'm saying? And I think
yeah.
I think Berlanga's gonna knock out Jaime Munguia. Honestly, I saw the fight last night with Munguia.
Mm,
I saw that fight Munguia that Munguia put up last night. I wasn't too impressed.
mm.
You know, I wasn't, man, and that was another topic that had came up the other day, man. They were saying that he ducked McCumbee, and I'm thinking in my back of my head, who the fuck is McCumbee, bro? Like, bro. Demond Nicholson, who Berlanga beat, would have beat McCumbee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, he had a couple of names on his resume. Berlanga has about 3 or 4 names on his resume that would have beat McCumbee. Why would he
Hmm.
even entertain McCumbee?
Right.
McCumbee to me, Shiraz is a bigger money fight, which is who he's fighting, Shiraz.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, once he gets done with Shiraz, which I believe he'll win, yeah, the Jaime Munguia fight to me makes a lot of sense. I think it makes a lot of money. You know?
Isn't Shiraz, ain't that Turkey Al Sheik boy?
That's Turkey Al Sheik's boy. Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that's the one is that the one where he went into the corner and told him what was going on that one fight? That's what they
Yeah.
did? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, 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 okay.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And
Okay.
see, that's what I was trying to tell people, man, because a lot of people are saying, man, which they're right in saying, wow, why ain't Shakur the main event? Why ain't this or that? I get it. I get all that, right?
Hmm.
But they're putting the blame on Berlanga, and I'm telling people, no, hold up, wait a minute. That's
Yeah.
not why Berlanga's the main event. There's a main event because there's a Turkey out of sheet card, and he's fighting who? Berlanga's fighting Shiraz, Turkey's
Yeah.
guy. That's why that's the main
Yeah. That's her.
event.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Well,
So,
Berlanga, he's at 168, right?
yes.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I mean, I don't understand why they're even bringing up McCumbie's name. Now, I'm not trying to trash McCumbie. McCumbie can fight, man, but I mean, he's not a. Let's be honest. He's not a name that's going to bring anything. He's
No.
not going to bring nothing to the. He's not. It's not. That's not a money fight. I understand that Berlanga's last opponent was Mantequilla, but he didn't even want to fight him. I don't know if you knew that, Joe. Berlanga didn't want to fight that dude.
Oh yeah, no, I remember you talking about it. Yeah. Oh, my man, he looked like he just got out of rehab. You did what
Yeah,
I'm
he did
saying.
not
You
want to
know,
fight
so
that dude. That
hey,
was Eddie Hearn doing his little
yeah,
shady shit, fucking
yeah,
up people's careers. Trying to fuck people's
yeah,
careers up, trying to make them
yeah,
look bad, trying to down them,
yeah,
trying to devalue his value. He didn't want to
yeah,
fight that dude. Hell, he used to spar that dude way back in the days.
yeah.
He didn't want to fight him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because because I'm sure again, if he sparred him, so I mean he know people that know him, so he probably knew where he was at in the shape that he was in and what he'd been through. He like, come on, man, that ain't even right. You know what I mean? That's like, that's
Well, the
like
thing with
Michael
him,
Joe. Go
Joe
ahead, brother.
tells
Go ahead.
the thing with Mantequilla is he was actually a great fighter,
Yeah, at one
but
point, yeah, yeah, yeah,
at one point, like, he was
yeah,
undefeated going into that fight. The problem that people didn't really understand is he did a
yeah.
prison bid. He was
Yeah.
gone
What
from the
about?
sport because he went into a prison bid.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out, he's not even thinking about boxing. When Eddie
Hmm.
Hearn made that proposal to him, that motherfucker was weighing almost 300 pounds, bro. Like, bro,
Hey, hey,
you get
hey.
what I'm saying, man?
If I'm just getting out of prison, and I'm sure he probably ain't having much to his name, and you offer him whatever, a couple 100,000 to fight Berlanga, F it. I need that
Exactly.
bread. Let's get it cracking.
He got him more than that, man, because Berlanga cut
Yeah.
him an extra 400K at the end because
Oh,
yeah,
oh man,
yeah, yeah.
oh
But
man,
he didn't want
that's
he
that's love right there. That's what's up, man.
he 10-year bid. Frontline put it on. There was a 10-year bid. I knew it was 8.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but
I'm
but
taking that too.
yeah.
Hey, Connor, if I do 10 years, they come out and say, "Hey, yo, you want to fight Wilder? We'll give you 1 mil. All right, let's go."
But a lot of people didn't understand. They didn't understand how that match was made, and that's what bothered me. They're like
Yeah,
blaming Berlanga. Like, Berlanga, why is Berlanga picking this
yeah,
fight? No, he hasn't. But I mean, he had one more fight left under Eddie Hearn, and guess what? He was at Eddie Hearn's.
yeah,
He was in Eddie Hearn's palm at that moment. He had to just take it and say, "Fuck it. Let me get
yeah.
it out the way. Then let me get my partner paid. Then fuck it."
Yeah, I mean,
You
everybody. I think what the thing is with boxing fans, they look at one fighter like Tank Davis. How he cherry picks most of his fighters, so they feel like everybody does the same thing. A lot of the times, the fighter don't even know who he's fighting until the promoter tells him. You dig what I'm
correct.
saying? So
Yep.
everybody,
Yep.
everybody don't get to handpick their opponents. You know what I mean? Canelo doesn't. Tank does it. You know what I mean? But everybody. A lot of times, the promoter says who you fighting, and that's who you fight. So that's a lot of times normally how it goes. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. What's going on, Shay Girl? What's going on, Trill Will? Um. Listen, but I agree with what Frontline says. Berlanga has to KO Shiraz or Turkey will find a way to rob him like they did Adamas.
Absolutely.
So I do believe I listen, man. I like what Berlanga's doing. Also my Tequila helped Berlanga in preparation for the Canelo fight. Yes, he did. But he didn't want to fight him. That's my point, is he didn't want to fight him. That wasn't something he picked.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
point. Like don't these people are wrongfully saying, oh, Berlanga's cherry picking Mantequilla. He didn't want to fight the motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's my point. Sometimes we gotta find out what went on before we start talking about a fighter. You know what I'm saying? And I've been one
Yeah.
that has criticized Berlanga for other things, because I've
Hmm.
been a little hard on him and stuff like that. But it's only because I knew what he was back in the day before he turned pro. When he was a boxer, he wasn't a slugger. He wasn't knocking people out. He was boxing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he went away from that, and then he had that long stretch of 16 straight first round knockouts.
Hmm.
I'm like that yeah, he forgot how to box.
Yeah. That good old top rank. Yeah. Yeah.
So then he goes
Knocking
back
it,
to
knocking everybody out in the first round and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, so now he's with Mark Ferret down here in Tampa, man, and he's been having him, work on his boxing, for the last 3 fights. So I like what I'm seeing, and I think it's paying off. So yes, I do still have faith in Edgar Berlanga, even though I know a lot of people don't like him. I still have faith that he's gonna do something good, man. I do, because he's in the right hands right now, is what I'm saying. He's in the right training camp. He's got the right
Hmm.
trainer with him and stuff. So yeah, it's only gonna go up from here, man. And my older brothers in the building, E Ortiz, it's only gonna go up from here.
For
It's up to
sure.
him to stay disciplined.
Yeah.
He's all right.
This fight gonna show us a lot. This fight gonna see if he can put it all together. Cause like the front line said, he's gonna either gonna have to knock him out or he's literally gonna have to dog walk him. He's literally gonna have to fold him up several times. He's literally gonna have to put on him because if you don't, you're just gonna have to because he's gonna be down on the cards. So if he can put it all together this fight, then this is gonna show a lot. This is gonna show where he goes in his career. So
Yeah, 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 yeah. Nah, I wasn't like I don't know. I still got my small criticism of him. I just
for
keep
sure.
it at that though. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah, for
he could
sure,
do a
for
lot of
sure.
things better, man. But at the end of the day, man, he made it, man. Like he's a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? He's a millionaire now, man. So
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, man. I can't be mad at him for that, man. At least he ain't. This is my whole thing, man. I mean, at least he ain't a drug cheat like a lot of these fighters. At least he ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying?
It seemed like everybody a drug cheat out here, huh? Because
Yeah,
everybody,
man.
hey, hey,
That's all I'm saying. At least he ain't doing,
it
is he
seem,
getting the right way.
seem like everybody taking a little something, Condo, taking a little something,
Right,
you know.
right, right,
Whether
right,
they
right.
tell you or
Hey,
not, that everybody taking a little something. Hey, just
man,
saying,
yeah, man, yeah, yeah. But I mean, shit. But yeah, you let the casual say it, man. It's only a little bit. It ain't gonna have that big of
bro.
an effect. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Hey, bro.
I think they fail to realize the part of when they cycle down. Of course, it's gonna minimize the amount, but the effect is already there.
It's already there. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't minimal to begin with. It was large amounts. Trust me.
yeah. I
Trust me.
mean,
Well,
I've
by the
been,
time they
I,
catch him,
yeah, I've been around plenty of professional football players. You can tell they will own something. You can tell what they look like with and without the cape. When that cape is on, man, they look like whatever. As soon as they cycling off and that cape come on, you get to see who they really are. Perfect example is Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury had this one punch knockout power, didn't skulls and everything. You go from that to getting dropped by Francis and Ngannou. I mean,
oh
what
man,
what changed? Oh yeah, that good old strict turkey drug testing changed everything. That's what it is.
man, I
So
forgot to have put. I forgot to put my background on when we started this live. Oh well, I got it up now though. Shit, god damn.
hey,
Look at
hey.
Frontline started some shit. Kano, did you take your PR flag down and put up the DR one? Hell no, bro.
Oh man.
Hell no, man.
Yeah. Oh
Imagine
yeah.
a
Yeah.
month
You can.
before how the levels were. Yeah, that's all I'm saying, man. Like, I don't know, man. I just think
Uh,
people we live in a
I,
world
they,
where there's a lot of hate.
Yeah, I mean, I've been around plenty of guys who I grew up around bodybuilders. I grew up around professional athletes. I can tell when somebody's on something or not on something. I can easily spot that. I knew Ryan was on something just by how erratic he was acting, how he looked, and whatnot. You saw when he fought Devin, when Devin caught him with a clean left hand. Should have dropped him. Ryan Garcia backed up and had roid rage. Yeah, let's go. Hit me. All
Oh,
that kind
yep,
of stuff.
yep, yep.
Yeah, and then when he fight Rolly, I ain't see none of that the whole fight. I ain't see no roid rage or come on, hit me. That wasn't there no more. He
Nope.
looked, you know what I mean? So hey, just saying.
I just can't stand people giving him a pass for that shit. That's what I can't stand, man. You
'Cause,
know, they
you know.
Give Tio the same pass they're giving Ryan too. And I don't get it. I'm like, nah, bro. I
Yeah,
understand it. I understand it's a sport of boxing, and we got to look at what they're doing in the ring. But I can't respect the races, bro. I just can't do it.
no,
I can't.
I
I
I
can't
can't.
unsee the shit that he said, bro.
Hey,
You
everybody make
know.
excuse. What they say? What they say? The enemy of my enemy is my friend, or whatever. That's all that is. Everybody hate Devin Haney, so everybody's gonna look past everything else because they hate him, and whoever now they want Rolly to be Devin. You know what I mean? So,
Salute,
so
Shawa.
hey man,
Shawa in the building. I know she's been in the building for a while, man. She's driving, so be safe out there. And that trip you're making and shit like that. We need you back safe as always.
mhm.
So just be careful out there, man. Because the main team wheelers, man. It's man. Listen, hey, that's a tough job, man. Whether people believe it or not, man.
Hell
Don't
yeah,
don't.
salute, sister Shaw. You be safe, sister.
But yeah, the street pharmacists also. Yeah, street pharmacists. Yeah, man.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say one last thing before I get off of here, man. I done lost respect for Amanda Serrano, man.
Oh
Well,
man.
well, well, well.
I wasn't gonna bring that up, but yeah, I heard
Mm.
what she said. Hey, bro. Hey, hey, man.
No, like man, look, I know it's Jordan Maldonado, the one running her account, but she by now, after all these years, should know what's being said on there by him, you know.
Hey,
And this is why I got oh I can't respect it no more, man. You know, you over here talking all this crazy shit, man, and you said a lot on Twitter yesterday, and I can't respect it. I
hey,
listen, bro, I can't do it, man. I can't
hey.
do it. You know, that's how you know it's Jordan Maldonado and not her, but she's still allowing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, in other words, to me, she's co-signing, and I can't respect that, man. You know,
yeah.
and I'm like,
But,
man, why are you saying all of these things, man? You box, you box
mm,
yourself. You know that every fight ain't gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying? You know that just
yeah,
because you go in there and don't decide you don't want to box, right?
hmm,
You don't want to box and shit, and you want to rock them, sock them. That's your prerogative. Nobody's
hmm,
judging you off of that, but to criticize another person because they decide to box instead of scrap, come on, man. Come on,
hey,
man. And then she gave props to Ryan Teo and
yeah.
everybody but Devin.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
That's what I saw.
Hey, what they saying in next Friday? Cono, we need to improve on black and brown relations.
Yeah,
Hey,
man. I
bro.
just
Hey, man. It is. And frontline to your point. That's a good. I'm not saying you saying that, but that's a good cop out. Folks can say, "Oh, they hate Bill and whatnot." That's cool. But what has Bill said that's not worse than Ryan Garcia? And everybody loves Ryan Garcia. What has Bill said that's not worse than what Eddie Hearn has said? And Eddie Hearn always talks for his fighters. AJ don't even say a word.
what
Because
about Teo's dad?
If you let AJ start talking, next thing you know, he cripping. So I mean, what
What
has
about
Bill
Teo?
said that's worse than anything else? And what Eddie Hearn has said, and what Tio's dad, Tyson Fury's pop father. Nobody hates Tyson Fury for his dad headbutting people. Nobody says nothing. So, people say that as a way as a cop out. They just don't like Devin and Bill because they're going against the grain and they're setting a new standard in boxing. You do not have to sign with a promoter. You can have your own business and you don't have to sign a lifetime contract like AJ did. You can be your own man. So,
I'll tell you, and the other thing is, man, all them damn females that signed with Jake Paul, they're selling their souls for that money, man.
oh yeah, for sure. Well, you got
At
like
first,
40 fighters or something like that? You got like 40
yeah,
fighters or something?
at first I was like, okay, maybe he's doing something good for the females, but no, no, I'm seeing right through it now.
Yeah.
You know, they're bought. They're bought because I mean, every last one of them are acting funny, man. I seen Alicia Baumgartner there the other week co-signing some shit that was going towards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw that too. Hey, bro,
For
hey, it's
real.
a and she was out there training with Bill and Devin. Ain't that something? Well, this out
That's
there getting the sauce from Bill and Devin. Now you over here talking greasy. Hey, man.
talk greasy about he was getting going at Clarissa too, and I'm like, bro, come on, bro.
Shout out to Clarissa Shields. She the only one standing on business out here. Shout out to Clarissa. Hell, shout out to
Shout out.
Rolly too. Rolly stood on business when even old Rolly. He like, hey, I don't agree with everything Ryan says. He's a drug cheat. I don't rock with him. That's all you got to say.
And he was right.
Hey, you know
Yeah,
what
I
I
don't, I
mean?
don't, I
So,
don't like it, man. I don't, man. Listen, man.
hey,
I was guessing
Ag,
back. Mm-mm.
hey, Ag Region, you can keep Alicia, dog. You cool. You can keep her. I don't want her no more. That's all you, dog. That's all
Mm-mm.
you. I'm cool off that.
I don't know, man. I might want to stick it in her mouth so she'll shut the fuck up and not say nothing.
Hey, I heard a lot about her behind the scenes. I ain't gonna say nothing though.
Nah,
You
nah,
know,
nah.
yeah,
You know, I
you
heard.
know.
I know. You know, I know.
Hey, Connor, I heard and I know too, so I hear you. I know.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
hey, it is what it is, man. Just to think, man, bro. I just on it, man. You know what, man? It hurts me more than it does, anything else, man. It hurts me to see
Mhm.
them stoop to that level, man. Like it disappoints me and it hurts me. I'm like, bro, man, y'all really doing this, man.
Hey, bro, it's just unfortunate, bro, because obviously you're a little older than me, but I believe we go by the same code. Character and morals is more important, than a lot of things in keeping your integrity. You can be whatever you want to be. If you have character, morals, and values and whatnot, that'll take you a lot further than bending the knee or just, just for some money. You dig what I'm saying? If you a hustler, you always can make money. That ain't never gonna be the issue. But everybody's not gonna forget what you said and what you did either. You know what I mean? So
Frontline says, I look right through the bullshit. Remember, it's entertainment just like WWE. They create this narrative to keep the people tuned in and talking about it. Yes, I agree with that. This is where the disconnect is for me when it becomes racist. That's the disconnect. That's to me crossing the line right there. That shit that Ryan did, T.O. did, that crossed the line. You know what I'm saying? The Serranos co-signing T.O. and Ryan and all that,
eh,
and going at, co-signing
hey.
what Punch Drunk was saying about what Punch Drunk was saying about Clarissa and all that. No, I can't. That right there, I don't approve of. That's the disconnect right there, man. If I don't know how else to explain that. I don't know, Joe. I mean, are you getting what I'm saying?
hey,
Because I don't think I'm getting my
hey,
point through.
hey, Connell. If you gotta call me a nigger to sell a fight, then 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 you're not who I thought you were. You ain't gotta do all that to sell no fight. You ain't
Right.
gotta dress like no sharecropper, and you ain't gotta say all these racist antics and whatnot to sell a fight. There's just no need for that. But then again, controversy may sell, but then that goes to show who they are. If you're willing to do all that to sell a fight, what else are you willing to sell?
Honor,
You know,
discipline, and respect. Well said, Angel,
I
man. And
mean,
that's all I'm saying, man.
because
You could, you could.
for some of y'all might not know, I told Kano I pressed Tio after Wilder 2 Fury fight about him saying the N word, at the Keyshawn Davis thing. I pressed him. I was there. Now, for all y'all who don't know, I'm about 6'4", about 300. All these boxers look small to me, especially all them little dudes. So I'm saying, hey, yo, what's
Mm.
up with all that? I saw him and his pops. It's me and my lady. I'm Dolo. Hey, what's up with all that? What's up with all that N-word stuff? Oh it's just boxing, man, hey, misunderstanding, man. I love black people, man. You know how T.O. Pops talk,
Yep.
and then T.O. said, yeah, it's a misunderstanding. I love, hey, I'm like, okay, cool. Gave him a dap. Hey, man, it's all good. Hey, man, good luck with your career. You know what I'm saying? So these folks like that who say they say racial stuff to sell a fight. When you press them in person, that energy is not the same. So what? So that means you selling something. So if you're willing to sell racism, what else are you willing to sell? Your soul? You willing to sell maybe
Mhm.
your behind or something? You know what I mean? So at some point, you get everything ain't worth the money. We just seen what happened to Derek James. He looking the other way with a lot of Ryan stuff. Now look at his stable. All he got is Alicia Bumgarner. So what did he? So for him to get a big payday from Ryan and Joshua, look at what he lost. So what was it really worth at the end of the day? Well, now your
Mm.
reputation and your name is stained, and the only fighter you got is Alicia Bumgarner. When you had EJ, when you had Charlo, when you had Martin, what is it really worth now?
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Frontline says, Joe, you gotta understand you're in a different generation. This generation is all
Uh,
about clout by any means necessary, but that's a dangerous line to toe.
Frontline, I hear you. Frontline, I'm 37. I'm around young homies all day long. All that clout is cool, but clout get your head blown off too. There's gangbangers that clout all day long and they end up with a white sheet over their face. So what is it really worth?
All these dudes dropping their location in the corners and shit, getting shot live on IG, live on
I
Facebook.
mean, so what is it really worth? Yeah, clout is cool. Clout gets your head blown off. Clout gets you in prison. Clout may get you a little bit of fame, but clout ain't gonna get clout. Clout don't last because then after your clout run out, then you got to keep on clouting. Perfect example. If you trying to hit a lick and that lick don't work out, now you're down a lick. Now you feel like you're trying to double up. So now you keep hitting licks trying to re up from the first one you didn't get. and then after a while, you're gonna get caught. Clout's the same way. You keep clouting it up, eventually your clout gonna run out. They're gonna keep on clouting, and then after that, then what?
You're right about this, front line. Prime example, when B-Hop stepped on the PR flag, he had to hire private security and a helicopter to leave PR. Now T.O. out there dancing and nobody checks him. Now nobody checks him because they're threatened. You know what I'm saying? They're threatened. You know, my island is a poor island, so even though back then they would have checked them or tried to kill them or harm them and all that, now the generation's a little softer and they're like, oh, if y'all touch any tourists or anybody from out here, there'll be big
Hmm.
repercussions. You know, let's just say, beat his ass would have been a couple of years in prison. They'll check. Oh, we're gonna give you 20 instead if you touch anybody of these tourists. You see what I'm saying? And that's how they're doing that right now. That's why it's wrong, but that's what they're doing, Joe.
We just seen what happened to the Kashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah, yeah. He just
What,
walking
what,
around.
what, what, where did all that clout get him now? Bankrupt, lost everything. Everything getting sold on eBay and got seized. So after a while, all that clout gonna fizzle out. You know what I mean? So was it
My
really all
whole
worth it?
my whole thing is people don't forget. So there's gonna come a time when somebody like T.O. retires 10, 15 years down the road, somebody who really took it to heart, you know what I'm saying? This happens. They're gonna see him and it's gonna be on
Hmm.
site. How many people, man? All
Hey,
right, this
hey,
this is
hey,
this is
hey.
this. Mhm. How many times, man, did I hear? I heard about these things, Joe. Okay, I don't know about them. I heard about them, right? But somebody from the streets, man, kills somebody, right? And they don't wipe their family out and shit. Next thing you know, that son grows up. Now he's in his 20s and shit. And he ain't forgot what they did to his
Mm.
family.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He
yeah.
turns around and goes wipes out their whole last name.
Hey.
All them years later, what I'm trying to tell people is there's always going to be certain folks that are not going to forget what you said or did. You may forget and let it go,
Hmm.
but this world has a lot of people in it. There's always going to be people that
Hmm.
do not forget, and they're going to come back for that lick. They're going to want that lick back.
Hmm.
This is why I tell people you got to be careful what you're doing out here, man. Same thing's going to happen. Could happen to Ryan. All that monkey N word, all that shit he said.
You talking
Somebody's
about
going to hold on to it.
you want to dig up George Floyd, kill him, put him down there and bury him again and all. Hey, hey,
It could be somebody that George Floyd was related to that is 10 years old right now. Give him another 10
hey.
years and let me know if he gonna hold on to that or not. You just don't never know. Things will always catch up with you in life. That's what they call karma. That's what goes around, comes around. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about right there. So
Hmm.
when you out there and showing this hand, if it's supposedly for clout, everybody ain't gonna take it that way.
Hey, and that the another thing folks don't talk about. People can cloud it up all day long, but if you're known as a cloud chaser, your name ain't worth nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
If your name ain't worth nothing, how am I gonna be able to conduct business with you when I know you're willing to do anything? If I seen you do this and do that, you backstab your last partner, you did this and do that, all off of clout. How can I trust you and how can I make money with you if your name ain't worth nothing?
Well, all I'm saying is things can come around and catch you, man. They're gonna come around and catch you, man.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it might
No,
even catch you at your lowest point when you ain't ready for it either. When you done ran out of money, you ain't got no security, all your money that ran out. Hey, get real lonely outside some days, Connor.
hey man, I'm just I'm just letting them know what life is like. I'm 54 years old. I've okay. I've heard a lot of things that happen, Joe. How about that?
Oh yeah, no, oh, hey, I've heard it and seen it. I feel you. Hey, I'm right there with you.
You know?
Hey, you get
heard one.
if you're paying $10,000 or $5,000 a month for security, you can't pay that forever if you clouding it up.
No, no. I I recall the time in nah. Let me stop. Let me just leave
Nah,
this shit.
stop. Nah, 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 nah. It's been a
Go
great
ahead.
show, Kano. We're
Yeah,
gonna end
yeah.
it right here, dog.
Yeah,
We're gonna
we
end it right
gonna
here,
end it
dog.
right. Yeah, we definitely gonna end it right here. We definitely are, man. Hey, Joe, I appreciate you jumping on, though, man. This always
Already,
brought to you.
family.
This always brought to you by CO Management, DV Track Shoes. Big shout out to the mighty LDBC, Cono Local TV. Yo, man, we the fuck up out of here, man. Deuce.